it's better late than never. But I want to tell you that currently we are seeing development coming against terrorists, coming against bandits in a speed of light, and it's a welcome development. I must tell you. It's even coming at the time every stakeholder have agreed that state police is the way to go. The only two persons who are perhaps against state police are some Fulani cabals. This police stood against the intention of federal government, talking about Tinubu's government to collaborate with American government to fight terrorism. But I want to say that it's good a thing that the Tinubu government have been able to secure commitment from the governors that they have now agreed that state police is the way to go. So my advice to the president and the government is that they should ignore every negative voice seeking to demoralize government from pushing ahead with that state police. They are looking at this order. I don't think that it is in line with the best standard practice. We want to tell that these are the people who have no regard for the sanctity of human life. Talking about terrorists, talking about the bandits, judging by the videos that often go viral, how they name, how they treat cruelty. You can imagine somebody without provocation taking for a human being, cutting his throat. So shoot aside as long as they are satisfied that the person before them is a terrorist and is armed. I think it's a welcome development. We welcome it as Nigerians and want to believe that this is the right step in the right direction that will help curtail the excesses of the terrorists. And let me even bring something to your notice. This is to some Nigerians who always say that those perpetrating the act of terrorism, kidnapping in the south of the country, that they are not Fulani. Go and check the video that's going around. That was posted at one issue. Depicting Fulani bandits arrested in Delta State, and they are actually involved in cattle rearing. So meaning cattle rearing is not a common flag. That is why it has been established that cattle rearing is a subtle way of terrorism. So for me, that order shoot aside is a welcome development. But I also believe that the military personnel in the field will carry that order to the letter. And I also believe that they should not abuse it. They should always ensure that those they are using their arms against are terrorists, not wrongly at the wrong person.
What would you say about what some Nigerians are asking that the presidency, they are all just doing this because of the 2027 general election, that while rehabilitating the terrorists, the chief of defense staff have once said that these terrorists are prodigal sons, that they should be forgiven, that they are trying to play politics because of 2027 general election.
I do not support government when they treat terror with kid gloves, but when they do things I consider right, I acknowledge it. For instance, we have heard stories of how terrorists will be rehabilitated and integrated into the society, even in some instances, to the extent of allegation of some terrorists being recruited into the military. I'm against that. There is also a good order that seeks to bring sanity to the system and for it. For instance, go to section 47(2)(b) of 1999 Constitution as amended. He said that the work of the people and the security shall be the private forms of governance. So to that extent, the work of the people and the security form the very base of governance. So if the government is prioritizing security of the people by way of giving truth aside, I see it as a work of development. However, when they romance terrorists by way of key globe, I am against it. So I treat issues based on its merits. I do not support government in areas where I feel the action is not right to me. But any area I see the action being right, I support it. Like this order, I see as a work of development, I support it. The quest to answer police, I see the work of development, I support it. So it is, people have the right of opinion. But in my own opinion, the right order, the chief aside order is a work of development. But if government treats that terror with key globe, I'm against it.
We also hear Peter Obi saying that this present government is attacking his business and livelihood. That if given a chance, they might also kill him come 2027. Do you think Peter B is seeking public sympathy or is actually saying the truth?
We will not be seeking public sympathy. We have seen opposition under the current administration being hounded to the point that it's got to the point where it started affecting political parties, trying to generate political parties. Even though the people in government will say they don't have any evidence to link that to what is happening, I want to say that the president himself at some point said that it gives him pleasure when he sees opposition in disarray. And we have seen even the chairman, they will come out openly to say that he was in a meeting with Wike, where Wike promised to stay in PDP and of course do the bidding of the president. And what has become PDP of today? The PDP of today is nothing to reckon with. More so, as we have seen even Obi, his immediate family member, I think one of his younger brothers, has his properties demolished even in Lagos. So when he makes such statement, he may be speaking out of experience. Even we that are not deeply involved, what is happening by way of opposition being handled. But I want to say that the beauty of democracy, particularly Nigerian democracy, is the multi-party system, and that it should be respected, and that the government of the nation should do everything within the ambit of the law to respect the system. I've seen a video of course, Arifai's wife, lamenting how the husband is being treated. She herself is a lawyer. She said it's not asking the government not to prosecute the husband, but that the basic fundamental rights of the husband should be respected even in the midst of the prosecution. So when you see a situation where rule of law is not respected, particularly when it concerns those who are opposed to the government, it's a thing of worry, it's a thing of concern, and they worry any respect, any patriotic citizen that believe in the rule of law.
Alright, so I'm talking about El-Rufai. Some Nigerians are saying that it seems El-Rufai knows so much about this present government, that is why they are doing everything to keep it in check. How true is this?
To be quite honest with you, as a political pundit and as someone who follows the polity, I'll tell you that El-Rufai played a pivotal role in the measures of Tinubu, not just at the candidate of APC, but in the general election. El-Rufai was everywhere with Tinubu, galvanizing support for Tinubu, making sure that they do not accept Tinubu as a candidate. In the first instance, he took the effort of El-Rufai and some other government to convince a Buhari that the South should have their turn, the North completing their turn under Buhari for 8 years. And if you look at the genesis of the misunderstanding between, of course, El-Rufai and Tinubu, we agree with me that it was even the Tinubu himself that wronged El-Rufai. Because at some point, it was believed that El-Rufai was going to be one of the cardinal ministers in his government. His name was submitted as one of the nominees. But at some point, the later surfaced that reportedly came from, we don't know, that he went to the Senate. At the end of the day, they said the man was not screened by the Senate because of some concerns. But everybody have come out clearly to emphasize that there was no second report that indicted him. That it was the president of the Tinubu that changed his mind at some point and decided not to use him as minister. I think that's the genesis of the crisis. And as a citizen, as human being, we have right to pitch a tent in any other political party. So it went from APC to SDP at the first instance, later the president to, of course, ADC. That is the genesis of the crisis. So when you see El-Rufai being taken from court to court, stringent conditions being given on different allegations in court, it is not because they want to jail El-Rufai. It's because they don't want El-Rufai to be outside, to be in circulation, to ensure that he do not participate in the dynamics of politics currently. Have you not seen even his medical doctor physician was arrested? But they said that even while a court granted him permission to meet with his personal physician, that he used the avenue to have meeting when they consider political. So the doctor was arrested to tell that they don't want him to engage in any political activity. Because the way it stands, El-Rufai appeared to be the next rallying point in the north after the death of Buhari. Imagine what happened during the burial of course, the mother. We see how who and who in Nigeria in the north gather together to rally him. So for me, I think even if you fight those who are led to be corrupt, obey the rule of law.